What's going on, guys? Eric Allen, owner of Top Rated MMA. Hey, for this show, I got to talk to Daniel Swain, who just signed a 6-fight contract to M-1, and he's fighting on May 12th out in China. Check out this. Thank you again for jumping on the call today, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me on.
You won the Cage Sport featherweight belt back in February. Congratulations. Less than 2-minute fight, too.
Yeah, man. It was awesome. First fight in over a year because I had a shoulder injury that I had to get surgery for and heal up. So it was exciting to get out there for the first time in such a long time and do what I love again. And then I just went out there and executed everything perfectly. So it was kind of the perfect comeback fight.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do you have a timeline for us fans of when you get to defend that belt?
So I'm probably going to be vacating that title.
Okay.
Because I just signed a multi-fight deal with M-1 Global over in Russia, and my first fight's May 12th in China, in Shenzhen, China. So we're excited about that, and we can't wait to get in there and go international again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to say, so your next fight's coming up May 12th. Do you know much about your opponent?
No, he's the number 7th ranked guy in China.
Okay.
So he's got a good record of 12-2. He's fought some decent guys, but he's never fought anyone at my level. So I'm going to go over there and show him how Americans do this thing, and he's for a surprise.
Yeah, for sure. And you fought all over the world since 2011. I mean, how early do you have to get to China to get that time adjustment in there?
Well, we're leaving. Typically I try to get out there at least like 5 days in advance to get used to it. But this one, my firstborn baby is due like 10 days after the fight.
Oh, no.
So we're like, my wife and I are like, can I fly out on like Wednesday and then like leave Sunday? So I'm only there for like 4 days so I don't miss my baby being born just in case.
Yeah.
But we're actually flying out the Sunday before, so I'm there for a week.
Okay.
Typically, which is what I want, but when I have a baby coming, not so much.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And then training camp, how's it going for you?
Good, man. I've got awesome guys here at Warrior Camp. Joel Thomas, Jesse Hardenbrook, Josh Reddinghouse, Dylan Morgan, Mark Coates, Jillian Knoll. I got some great people to train with who, they can set a pace with me and make me be the best fighter I can be in the time.
Yeah.
That I.
All right. And yeah, Joel, and I've met a few of those guys, man. There's definitely some champions out there over at Warrior Camp for sure. So with M1, it's all over, right? It's not just in China. I think it's in Russia, right, as well? Or do you just...
Yeah, so they're based out of China, like that's where their promotion's from, and then they'll move around and do like co-promote. Like the one in China that I'm on is co-promoted with a Chinese promotion called WGK.
Gotcha.
So they'll find like the biggest promotion in a country, and then they'll go do a show with them.
Cool.
Russia, and then they'll do another one with a different one. So yeah, it's all over Asia, all over Europe. I think they're moving to the U.S. shortly. So big things coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to ask, and maybe I could probably guess this, but how'd you get the nickname Agent Orange?
I actually got it. Oh, sorry.
That's right.
I got it. I got it from my wrestling coach in college. We got done with a wrestling practice, and we were all sitting in the sauna stretching out afterwards. And he was like, "So you want to fight someday, huh? What would your nickname be?" And everyone was coming up with just like funny, like making fun of me, stuff like Fire Crotch, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then he says, "What about Agent Orange? That's a pretty good one." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess if I was going to do a nickname," but I came from like the farm atmosphere, being from Newport, so I didn't want a nickname. I was kind of a Matt Hughes guy, so yeah. I was like, I don't need a nickname. But then when you're given one and it sticks, that's what happens. So you gotta take it if they give it to you.
That's awesome. And I always ask this, but I always want to find out, what was your mentality? What made you decide to start fighting? Did you grow up wrestling? It sounded like you were maybe on farmland.
Yeah, so I'm from up north in Newport, Washington. It's like 2,000 people.
Okay.
So from small neighborhood. I wrestled when I started, I started when I was 4.
Gotcha.
So I wrestled. And then when I was like 13, I saw Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton.
Yeah.
And the farm boy wrestler knocked out Carlos Newton with a slam, and I was like, that's something I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Like doing that right then and there. So then after that, me and my little brother just started training full time. Like we would get done with wrestling practice and then we do jujitsu moves on each other.
Okay.
So like my first 7 amateur fights I did in 12 weeks, and then I went pro, and I had never trained in a gym before, but I knew all the submissions and could do everything. So
Wow.
just wrestling and doing it on my own.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome, man. And then so we'll do a little bit of rapid fire if that's all right for you.
Sounds good.
So, in the UFC recently announced a pretty interesting fight: Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson. Holly Holm's kind of 1-4, 1-3 in her last 4 fights. Megan has been out for a while. Who do you got winning that fight?
Holly Holm, she's been more active, and she's 1-4, but I mean, she's fighting the best girls in the world.
Yeah.
So, that I believe in ring rust a little bit, but I think Holly Holm's her striking. The only girl who beats Holly Holm consistently, well, there's 2, is Amanda Nunes and Cyborg.
Right.
Those are the 2 best girls in the world.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. What's your favorite type of music or band?
I like Sublime style, Dirty Heads, kind of like that stuff. I like flowy music, relaxed music. I'm in such a violent world, so I like to, chill and calm outside of it.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Hey, so do you got Frankie Edgar or Cub Swanson winning this weekend?
That's I think Cub's the underdog in that one, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the underdog just because I love Frankie Edgar. He's a beast, legend, but he just got knocked out.
Yep.
And so with that, and I think Cub knows that, and Cub's pace and tenacity right off the bat, because that guy brings it in every single fight.
Yeah.
I think Cub puts on a pressure early, and I think he gets an early stoppage and catches Frankie.
Awesome.
Which is say, but
yeah,
I think Frankie more time.
Yeah, it'd be a good fight. And my last question, I just was curious, what is the favorite or best promotion that you've worked with? Obviously you signed a big multi-contract with M-1, but is there one out there that kind of sticks out the most compared to other promotions that you've worked with?
I've dealt with a lot of great ones. Brave Combat Federation, although I hurt my shoulder, so I was out for 9 months, and then they couldn't find me fight on a few cards, so we ended up parting ways. But everything they did, they treated me with like I was a star.
Nice.
Everything was taken care of, and so when you've dealt with other promotions in the past that don't treat you quite that way, like you're kind of 1 in a million or one the crowd. When you get treated like something special, you like those guys. And so Brave Combat Federation, Soto, my boy Soto from down south, he's the matchmaker and one of the presidents over there, and he was awesome to work with. So
awesome, man. Well, I wanted to give you a moment too to give a shout out to any sponsors, teammates, coaches, as well before we shut it off there.
Yeah, definitely. I got to say thank you to Warrior Camp, because without them, I obviously wouldn't be able to prepare properly for the fight. Valenti Chiropractic for keeping me together. Float Spokane for keeping me relaxed and fixed up. And then Stolen Images. We're trying to get Blake Crossley over to China with me to shoot the whole week leading up to the fight and everything for me. We're looking for sponsors for that. And then Bad Boy Brands came on board as my gear sponsor for the fight. So we decked out in all Bad Boy stuff for the fight over in M1. And then my company, Relentless Sports Management, Jason Ellis down in Florida. He's awesome. He works with a couple other fighters in the area like Leek Morrison and Josh Reddinghouse. So he's got some of the best guys in this area on his roster.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for your time. And, man, looking forward to seeing you get that win. And we'll see you get that belt for the M1 title. Yeah,
man, that's the plan. I got a 6-fight deal. I'm going to go win all of them, get that belt, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Awesome. Hey, thanks again, man. Have a great day.
Yep, thank you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the show today. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe to our channel, follow, like us on social media, and check out our website. Appreciate all the support.